Good evening, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 163. I am on the ship right now talking to you. It's a little bit after midnight Saturday night, so into Sunday morning. I wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about my day, what happened, and maybe give you some information that might help you in the future. So here we go. Last night when I slept, Friday into Saturday morning, slept from around midnight to about 8 a.m. Now, after I let you go, we decided to go to dinner, though, before that. So before the end of the evening, we were a little bit hungry, and there was a place called Chow's, and we kept on calling it Mr. Chow's for some reason, but it's not Mr. Chow's. That's a place about 100 miles away, so or more. So it was called Chow's Buffet, and it used to be called something else, and it used to be called something else. It's changed hands 3 or 4 times in the last few months, and now it is an Asian/country buffet. And it was a decent buffet, but here's the thing. Our hotel was only about 0.8 miles away from this place, and I called an Uber. It was going to be like $7. That's not a big deal. But it was going to take 20 minutes for it to get there and another, 5 or 6 or 7 minutes to drive there. So I put it in as walking. What would happen if I walked there? And it was about 18 minutes. So what do you think I did? Well, my wife didn't like the idea because she thought we might be going by some really fast roads and didn't want to walk along the road. I said, come on, what's the big deal? So she agreed. We decided to walk. First road we hit is basically a highway. So we're like a quarter mile on this road. It goes under a highway, and it's a big road. It's like 3 lanes in each direction, and it's a little bit muddy because it had just rained, and she was not happy at all. That was a mistake. I should have waited for the Uber, but then I decided to take a shortcut. I'm looking at the map. I said, look, we can take a shortcut behind this building, behind that building, and right to the place. We started taking the shortcut, and we go through this hotel parking lot, and there's a fence. So we got to come all the way back and around this area because there's water, into where this McDonald's is, and then go around the corner, and then there was like a Target store or one kind of a store like that, and we're walking alongside it, and I'm like, I know the map says it's right here. Well, it was on the other side of the store, and we were behind it, and we were halfway across. So we had to walk all the way back, halfway across the store, around the side, and finally to the place, and she was not happy. We sat down, we had our food. It was like $16.49 for a buffet. They charge you like $4 for a drink. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was okay. I give it an 8 on a scale of 2 through ace. So then, of course, on the way home, we got an Uber, and everything was cool. We got back to the hotel, hung out for a while, and then went to sleep from about midnight. I woke up about 8 o'clock in the morning, felt good, felt fresh, got a shower, got ready to go, and they had a free breakfast there, and my wife went and got like a waffle, and where you make your own waffle and all that kind of stuff. And I decided to go take a look, and they had some sausage that looked a little iffy and some eggs that looked a little fishy. And so I decided not to eat anything. They didn't have any bacon. I would have loved some bacon, nice crisp bacon. No bacon, so I didn't eat anything there. So we called an Uber, and before we called an Uber, the lady at the front desk had given us this guy's card. He's a good guy. He'll take you to the port where you need to be. And he's nice and cheap, super nice guy. I said, okay, we'll give him a call. I checked the Uber. It was going to be like $49 for the Uber. So I called the guy up. I said, how much is it going to be? It's going to be 2 of us. And he says, well, I thought I heard was $15. I'm like, oh, 15 each? He's like, no. $59 for the both of you. Why would I pay a guy I don't even know to take me there when I could go through an Uber with the camera and everything is on the record, everybody knows what's going on. So we took an Uber. It was like $51 after all that because the price fluctuates. We get to the port, and I'm trying to remember were we supposed to check in? Because you pick your check-in time so that not everybody shows up at the same time. So I thought maybe it might be 1:30, but it could be as early as 11:30. So we show up at 11:30. We go through the metal detector, which was like no big deal at all. And they have this guy sitting at this table, and it says, if you have alcohol, you need to check it in, and you will get it back on your last day when you disembark. So obviously you're not supposed to bring your own alcohol. I thought that was kind of funny that he's sitting there trusting everybody to hand it to him. And so we go stand in line, and we're there for, I mean, there must have been 150 people in front of us in line, and really it didn't take more than 10 or 12 minutes to get through that line. They were on it. They ask for your passport, you give them the passport, and they make sure your picture is right in the system, and they give you your cards to your room, and you're on your way. You go down a hallway, up a ramp, and you're on the ship. That easy. First thing we did was we went to the buffet, which is on like the 17th floor. Had a little something to eat. I had some nice kielbasa, some nice vegetables, and I was feeling good. Everything was good. We didn't eat too much. Everything was fine. I had the buffet, and then I said, look, before we go to our room, let's check the casino. Because the ideal situation would be I'm the only one on this boat who knows what they're doing, and all these machines are mine, and I can make money off all these machines. So we went to the casino, and we were looking around, and I found about, 8 or 10. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, at least 17 games that right off the bat that I can think of, and maybe 1 or 2 more. So between 17 and 20, let's say. And I saw one of them was in position. It was $4 a spin. It was in position. I said, look, honey, when this thing kicks on, because they're off until you get into international waters. I said, when this thing kicks on, you need to be in the seat. I'm going to give you $1,000. You play. I showed her how to play it. And I said, until this happens, and then you stop. And she said, okay. So 5 o'clock, we're supposed to have the casino kick in. We're sitting in our seat at 4:55. It's like 5:25 before it kicks in. I have her start on her machine. I noticed that there's a play on 2 different levels. She plays as she's playing the first level. I look at the machine next to her. I find 2 plays on that. I run through, play them real quick, make a quick $100. And I said, look, honey, keep playing this. I'm going to go take a look at this other stuff, and I'll be back. She likes to slow play. And she doesn't understand why I fast play. I'm like, because I got to get to these other machines. So she's playing it. I go check out some other machines. I have some nice hits on them, but overall I end up down like $100 on those. Come back to her. I'm about even, maybe up slightly. Actually, I'm up about 100 by the time I come back to her. And she finishes her play, and we start the other play. At this point, combined, we're about even. She plays the other play. We're up about $300, and we're happy. We get up, and we walk away. And then we went to this restaurant called, then we went back to the room. We were back at the room for a while, a couple hours, hour and a half maybe. It was longer than that, maybe 3 hours, because she took a nap for a long time. And so we, after we finished that, we went to this place called, She took a nap before the casino. After the casino, we went to Cagney's, which is like the steak restaurant, real nice restaurant. I had a Greek salad, which had no lettuce. It was all like tomatoes and cucumbers, big like red onions and big chunks of cheese, like feta cheese. It was okay. It was all right. And then I had a nice steak, like a New York strip. It was all right. And all these places are free. There's only a few restaurants that you have to pay for. And I could have upgraded my New York strip to like a nice filet for $20. So you go to the free restaurant, you upgrade to the filet for $20, or you go to the pay restaurant, get the same filet for like $70, $65, somewhere in there. So it's always better just so you know, go to the free restaurants on Norwegian Cruise Line and then upgrade if you need to. You can still get wine or whatever you want, upgrade your meal that way as well. I had that steak, I had an unsweet tea, everything was good. And then we went to like the 17th floor. There's an observation deck there, which is what I was looking for to talk to you right now, but I couldn't find it. And I wanted to get this done. So this is the quietest spot I could find, a closed restaurant outside. The wind is howling outside. It's really windy outside. Part of that tropical storm, most likely, that just passed through. But we sat around the observation deck for about an hour, hour and a half or so, and chatted for a while, had some tea, enjoyed talking to each other for a while, talking about life and everything. And then I said, I've been like craving like either peanuts or mostly like almonds, and I couldn't find them anywhere. I said, let's go back to the buffet. They had closed and they were reopening for dinner. And I said, maybe they have a little area, because they have a fruit area, they have like cheese area. I thought maybe some nuts would be in there. So cashews, anything. And we couldn't find it, but we did find some nice tomato cucumber feta cheese salad, some cheese on the side also. Had that, very enjoyable, relaxed. Went back to the room for a while, checked the slots again, played those, and really we did pretty well on the slots. The second time we went back, we were up about 300 or 400, and I went to this machine that was like, this is a machine that could be crazy, but there was a play, it's a different machine than the other one, $4 a spin also. I played that, and it was just killing me, just murdering me. I'm down like $600-700 on this thing, and then I hit one for like 600 or 588, somewhere in there, and then a couple $100 later, I hit a jackpot for like $1425. So at this point, I'm ahead like $1,277 for the trip. Everything is good. Everybody's happy. We're enjoying our time. We decided to go to this other little place and get a couple wings. You could get like a thing of like 6 wings. It's all free, just like I said. So I got a couple of those 6 wing. It has no breading on there. I got like buffalo sauce, so it's low calorie stuff. All good. And when we were sitting there, I thought to myself about how lucky we were. We were sitting outside. It was 80 degrees outside. We're sitting right outside the door, and the door kept opening and closing when people would go by. And this cold wind would come in from inside, nice air conditioning inside. And I thought to myself, how lucky are we to have the opportunities that we have to be on this cruise and to be able to afford to do what we're doing. And our waitress was from Peru, and I thought, I wonder what her life is like in Peru, and compare it to the life that we have and the opportunities that we have, and how lucky we are to live where we live and to have the opportunity that we have, and to just be able to enjoy our life. All we have to do is work hard, and we can have anything that we want. And in some places you can work as hard as you want, and it's hard to get out of the class that you're in. But after those wings, we went back to the casino, hit for another $76, went back to the room, and there was a lady playing a machine. I said, as soon as I can, I'm going to come back down here, and I'm going to check that machine one more time before bed. And I did, and I came back, and I hit for another 186 more. I'm like, this is incredible. I'm the only person checking these machines on this trip up until now. I don't know if someone else is here, but they're sleeping. But so far, I haven't seen anyone checking but myself. And for the day, I ended the day ahead $1,539. $1,539. That's more than I make on an average day traveling 7 or 8 hours. What a great opportunity we have. And I actually started a play that was a $20 a spin play, and I paused and I left it, and I'm waiting for it to get, I actually made money on the play, but I'm waiting for it to get in a better position, because I did a calculation and the downside is as much as $5,500 on that thing. So I just want to be careful not to get myself in a real big bind here for no reason. So we'll wait a couple days, we'll check it every day. Hopefully tomorrow, the next day, the day after that, whenever, 4 days from now, someone would have played it up a little bit more, and it'll be a little bit easier to win money on that one, because like I said, it could be another $2,000 that I'm going to blow back before I get anything else out of it. So we'll let someone else blow some money instead of us. So yeah, man, just enjoying ourselves. The temperature is going to be highs around 87, 88 everywhere we're going. Lows around 80 everywhere we're going. You got to love it. So I'm not worried about work, not worried about the kids, not worried about anything. We're just going to enjoy our time and be happy, and just everything is going to be awesome. So today is Saturday night into Sunday morning. Sunday's going to be purely just going to the Dominican from, obviously we left from Florida. So all day tomorrow will be on the water, and then Monday will be in the Dominican. And I'm going to still try to publish, but I had a hard time publishing Coach's episode, so I apologize. I know I promised Saturday, but I couldn't get it published. Unless it published and I didn't see it. And then this one is Saturday night into Sunday. I'm going to try to publish it today, Sunday. I don't know if I'll be able to or not, but hang in there. But let's do our segments real quick. What did you eat today, MW? I ate everything today. I had steak, I had kielbasa, I had salads, I had everything, wings, unbelievable, all good stuff, all low carb stuff, very enjoyable, very delicious, just totally enjoying everything. I give everything between an 8 and a 10 on a scale of 2 through 8. Nothing has really wowed me, but everything has been as expected. And this new ship is a beautiful ship. They changed things around from their other ships. Like we were on the Encore, I think, last time or something like that. And this one is the Aqua. And this is one of their newer ships. The rooms are bigger. They decided to change their ships. And this class of ship has bigger rooms, less people on board. I think this cruise might only be half full or less, because I'm not seeing anybody around hardly. And we found a seat at the buffet. Every time we were in there were seats open. Generally, you can't find a seat at the buffet. So very happy about that. What did you tip today, MW? And so I want to explain first that on these cruises, well, Uber, I tip 0. On these cruises, you're not supposed to tip. I did hit a jackpot though, and generally I'm going to tip $10 to $20 depending on the amount. For the amount, which was $1,425, I would normally tip $10. But honestly, I had like a couple $100s in 1s and 5s, and I gave money to the kids. We spent money places and stuff, and I was pretty much out of small bills. I had a $5 bill coming back to me because there's no tax on this W-2, so I gave the guy like the $5. That, I mean, what can I do? So I guess it's not even necessary because it's included in your voyage and stuff. But so I gave him the $5, and that's what I tipped today. What did you learn today, MW? I learned that sometimes you don't have to go very far to be able to make money. I mean, I'm traveling. I still got like over 11,000 steps in yesterday, but I'm traveling from our suite down the elevator and then walk about a couple hundred steps. I'm picking up $200, $300, $100, and it's going really well. So it doesn't matter how far you have to go. What matters is the quality. And when I have no one to compete with, hopefully it'll be like this whole trip. Hopefully we'll make $1,500 a day on this trip, and it would be absolutely incredible if we could come back with a $6,000 or $7,000 a week just off the cruise ship. And the cruise was free, and then making money on the cruise and all that kind of stuff. So I think I mentioned before, we're only paying the port fees and the taxes. So for the two of us, I think it was about $900 for the whole trip. So excellent. So that's what's going on with us. That's what's going on right now. I might take a quick video right now and upload it with this podcast. So if you're watching this on, or listening to this on Spotify, there may be a video attached you could take a look at. On YouTube, I'm not sure if it would work or not. It may work though, so check that out as well. And I'll catch up with you guys later on. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. Wish you were here. See you next time.